Brander, he says he is he writes cowboy poetry, sorta. A Packer's life from real experiences. Give it up for our next performer at the mic, Ralph
the man.
Brander. Give it up for Ralph.
Thanks, everyone. I was on that trip with Allie when they flipped the boat. I can relate. Worked in the backcountry out of high school. Actually, a year before I got out, packed and guided for a while. Spent a lot of time in the woods. Back then, I didn't drink a whole lot, but I smoked a lot of dope. Don't do that anymore. Anyway, that was my morning habit. I had a string of mules. They were my friends. This is called a Packer's life. It's been a long day. My chores are done. My friends have been checked. My knots have an extra half hitch with the lead through the loop. I check the surrounding area and give my friends a soft word and a gentle touch as I go by. I give special attention to JJ and Amy. I give special attention to JJ and Amy. They are special. Not too far from my friends, you'll find me bedded down. They are my security and will alert me of any strange critters prowling the area. I can count on my friends to keep watch unless there's a north wind. The north wind seems to make my friends nervous, so I'll throw out some extra feed to keep their minds occupied until the night sets in. Then I roll out my bag, strip down to my undies, and crawl in, and enjoy my morning habit as I look at the stars, clouds, and trees in the moonlight. I think of today and tomorrow. My eyes are heavy. I'll sleep good again tonight. What a life. It's cool and dark. I'm warm, alone, and humble in my way. Stars are bright. So peaceful. My friends start talking just before sunup. No alarm clocks needed here. You see, we've been together all summer. They know me, my different tones of voice, and my smell. And I know each of them and their characters. They know it's time to feed as they wait patiently for me to move. I lay in the warmth of my bag knowing what I must face. The crisp of the air gives a notion of what the day might bring. My friends, my loads, principles, and destination. I get up in a hurry and grab my gear, find a suitable spot to drag out old Henry for relief. As I look around and check my friends, who are all checking me drain old Henry, they know what time it is. The sun is up. They can't understand why old Henry comes first. Oh well. As I walk towards the feed, my friends really start talking. Some high, some low. Some stomp their feet and tug at their lead. They are hungry and want to fill their bellies. I spread the feed quickly because a few of my friends have a good jealousy problem. And want to be fed first. I give JJ a hug and Amy a scratch in her favorite spot as I walk by. Now I got about 30 minutes to get some grub in my gut and make some trail mix for later. It's time to pick up camp, rotate the grain boxes again, and manny and figure out my loads for the day. Then I scatter the saddles and pads that are specially fit to each of my friends. Looking at my loads, I take my morning habit and figure out who will carry what. Time to throw my pads, not forgetting to brush out each one first. Then I let the saddles and cinches set in place with the latigos done and breast collars done loosely. I like to let my friends stand for a few to let the saddle settle into place, because we have a long way to go and I don't want any sore backs or sores from something because it wasn't done right. This is a good time to finish my morning habit that I enjoy so much, for the day has just begun. When it comes time to load up, balance, and line out my string, I'll tell whoever's with me, if there is someone, to step back, be silent, and only help when asked. The question why will come up, and I'll answer. These are my friends, my loads, my knots, and we have an understanding between each other. After they see me at work throwing a basket, barrel, and half hitches at will with ease, or placing a shovel, axe, or a rock on the light side of a load to adjust evenly, there won't be no more questions. I'll show them that it's a talent that I take pride in. This is no time for bullshit. I'm lined out now, check the balance of my loads, and give JJ and Amy a soft word. Time to mount up and give my call. Heads up! In a loud, distinct voice. I got Amy, JJ, Shivers, Blossom, Millie, Two Socks, Red, and of course Hambo, who hates everyone but me. Even if I'm coming out empty, he gets load, rocks if necessary. As we leave the trailhead, I'm checking how the loads are rocking and riding, checked everyone's ears and how they step and how they line out. All looks well. My friends look like acrobats going through the kelly humps and mud bogs, down trees and going in between trees and over pack bridges, crossing rivers and streams. The slinky effect of a switchback makes a man proud to pull a string like this one. It feels good just to be here. I can scratch my ass, adjust my nuts, and pick my nose without anyone's displeasure. I like it. Down the trail we go, enjoying my morning habit. My loads are riding good, and I'm thinking like Hambone. Anything can happen, especially with Hambone. He's unpredictable. Doesn't take much. A grouse flutters away, a critter cruising the bush, a fallen tree, or some bear shit in the middle of the trail. Anything can happen. The stories of the old timers prove that. I got a few of my own. 5 hours later, I'm approaching camp. My friends and I can feel near. I like to walk the last part of the trail to get my legs going. Then I break my string, unload and loosen their cinches to let them cool down for a few. After they cool down, I yank and make up their saddles, then carefully run 2 fingers down their backs and check their legs. Then it's time to feed, water, grain, and brush out my friends. Now I can get some food in my gut again. My belly is full, and I have my morning habit near. I check my friends and give Amy and JJ a hug and a talk if I want. It's been a long day. You see, this is a day in a packer's life, without a wreck. Thank God. Got one more short one. I got this inner fear inside me and I don't like it. And I learned to face my fears. Never read this one. I did hand it over. Supposedly it got published somewhere in Florida. But one of the things I always searched for my whole life, all I ever wanted to do is be loved. And I never knew what love was. Tried to find it in a bottle. It wasn't there. A love lost, a love found. How can this be? Let's walk on a trail called love. Love is such a beautiful trail. It's gifts I found right here in jail. Love was with me all the time. My selfish ways kept me behind. Too blind to see, too stubborn to hear. A love for you and a love for me. It's hard to stay on this trail of love. It bends and swerves, goes through and over, sometimes up, sometimes down. It takes courage and self-discipline. So I let the love I found within shine out bright so all can see. This love that's all around me. I travel this trail that has a narrow gate. Straight is a way, few shall find it. So love will comfort me as I seek the love for you and me. A love lost, a love found. Thank you.
Thank you.